Tonight on Crime Stories. In the usually peaceful Bellerose section of Queens, New York, a crime both horrifying and tragic unfolded inside the home of an elderly couple. This is the shocking story of Frank and Helen Alton, whose final hours were marked by terror, taken from them by a career criminal who invaded their sanctuary. Bellerose is the sort of neighborhood where neighbors look out for each other and where a knock at the door rarely means trouble. But for Frank, 76, and Helen, 77, everything changed one quiet afternoon. Their assailant, Jamal McGriff, had a lengthy criminal record and was out on parole. A man well known to authorities, but not to the innocent couple whose lives he would destroy. Newly obtained surveillance video tells the haunting story. First, the camera captures Frank walking past his home, unaware that danger waits outside his gate. Moments later, McGriff waits patiently as Frank lets himself inside, trailing him just a few steps behind. With methodical intent, McGriff enters the Alton residence. What happens next is almost unimaginable. For nearly 5 hours, Frank and Helen are tortured in their own home. The details remain mostly sealed, but police call it one of the worst crimes the precinct has ever investigated. During those agonizing hours, McGriff demanded valuables, going so far as to use the couple's own credit cards in the aftermath of the crime. Police would later track McGriff's movements around the city, following his trail as he pawned cell phones and used the stolen card for purchases. After killing Frank and Helen, McGriff tried to cover his tracks by setting the house on fire, a desperate attempt to erase the evidence, but also perhaps a twisted act of satisfaction at the destruction he'd wrought. When the fire department arrived to extinguish the blaze, they found the couple inside, their bodies bearing the marks of torture and violence. News spread quickly, and the community, shaken to its core, demanded justice. The NYPD sprung into action, warning the public to be cautious. McGriff was armed and dangerous. The search took officers from the Bronx, where the suspect had been seen that morning, to Manhattan's bustling Times Square. It was there, near 44th and 7th Avenue, that police finally caught up with McGriff and placed him under arrest. The arrest was a major relief for those watching the case unfold. At the 107th Police Precinct in Flushing, McGriff was processed. The footage of his interactions with the couple, moments before the attack, would become key evidence. Meanwhile, the charges against him were still pending, but the evidence was overwhelming. Neighbors mourned Frank and Helen, recalling fond memories and expressing disbelief that such horror could strike so close to home. Many questioned why McGriff, a known violent criminal, was out on parole at all. City officials promised a review of parole policies, vowing that such a tragedy must not happen again. As the city grapples with the aftermath of the Bellerose double murder, the sense of safety that once defined this Queens neighborhood has been shattered. Frank and Helen Alton are mourned as innocent victims, lives ended not by chance, but by the callous calculation of a criminal who knew neither mercy nor remorse. Jamal McGriff will now face justice, and the hope is that their heartbreaking story serves as both a warning and a call for change in how violent offenders are managed. Tonight, their memory stands as a reminder. Even in our safest places, vigilance is essential.